What's going on, geeks? Mithrandiel with the Geekly Grind here, and today I wanted to chat a little bit about No Rest for the Wicked. Now, this game just came out on early access, and we got ourselves a review code, thanks to the kind folks at Moon Studios, to take a better look at this game. This is the latest title from Moon Studios. They are well known for their work on the Ori franchise, so Ori and the Blind Spirit and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Sort of their take on a Metroidvania platformer style game. And now they are taking a swing at the action RPG genre, and this work, which has been cooking for the better part of 6 years now, is something to behold. In No Rest for the Wicked, you take on the role of a serum. It is sort of like legendary warriors of old that emerged to help battle against the forces of the pestilence, this sort of broader illness that basically plagued mankind and transformed them into different creatures. You know, they got additional limbs and all kinds of other nastiness, which wasn't a good time. And so the serum helped to battle that back some time ago, and now the pestilence appears to be rearing its ugly head once again, which is where you come in. The game is very similar to, it has a lot of very familiar elements if you've played any From Software games. The combat is extremely strategic, so there is a lot of timing of enemy attacks. There are opportunities to block and parry. There is a built-in stamina bar that you have to closely manage in order to make sure that you don't catch yourself unawares when you are battling with the various foes that you encounter in this game. And as you're exploring, you will discover what are called whispers, where you can essentially rest and you can heal yourself up. An interesting departure from previous From Software games, however, is, or other games like this, is that the resting point doesn't reset the enemies. So the enemies do not respawn or heal. You're able to recover and heal there, but otherwise you are essentially able to continue your journey and explore. And there is a lot to explore. So it is kind of interesting the first time that I utilized one of these rest spaces, these whispers, to go back out and be like, oh, now I have to go fight these enemies again, and they weren't there. So you might like it, you might not like it. I thought it was a pretty interesting way to sort of balance some of the difficulty and made it much more engaging. Similar to other action RPG and From Software games, another element that you manage is your weight. So it's interesting how it accommodates a wide variety of different sorts of builds when it comes to building your character. So in this example here, this player is going very heavy, a very heavy weapon, heavier armor, which means that they're unable to utilize a full dodge roll and things like that, but it enables the sort of shove action. So you can, or barge, I think is the technical term. So you can press the shoulder buttons to barge your character forward, and of course offers a bit more overall power as well. And there's that option. You could also, there's the barge in play there, knocking that foe off of the ledge. You can also utilize, standard sword and board, so sword and shield, and there are also options for dual blades and a bit more of a dexterous build if you want. And yeah, so just being able to see all the various ways that you can build your character and manage the attributes as you level up, it's refreshing and exciting and executed very well, just based on the early hours that folks are putting into this game, myself included. One of the most striking things about No Rest for the Wicked is its beautiful environmental details and aesthetics. There is so much vibrancy to the world, as well as the characters within it. The voice acting is superb, and the various characters that you meet in NPCs all are compelling.
Those rags all wearing aren't fit for the fire.
Need about it, Mary, where their tailors at your service.
Mary, we agreed. My name goes first.
Don't pretend you don't smell it. Come have a taste.
It's just really impressive how Moon Studios has brought a lot of personality to all of the characters that you're meeting. It reminded me of Hades, really. Supergiant Games is also very good at delivering consistent quality voice acting with their characters, and I was experiencing that once again here with No Rest for the Wicked. And so this is definitely an element of the game that's executed extremely well, and I think that a lot of players are going to enjoy. Surprisingly, there are a number of in-depth mechanics and systems within No Rest for the Wicked. And it's not just about leveling up your character and assigning attribute points to the right spaces. You can buy a house in this game. You can mine ore. You can fish. You chop down trees. You are able to utilize a handful of various tools to secure resources, most notably for survival, cooking. So here's an example of using your axe to chop down a tree and retrieve wood. But when you are on your adventures, you'll gather ingredients to cook, and these items that you cook allow you to heal much faster than just raw ingredients themselves. There's fishing as well, as I mentioned, and just a lot of different ways that you can engage in the world utilizing the reagents that you find. You're going to lose a lot of hours in this game engaging with all these various mechanics, and it's just impressive how all of these systems were executed and all have their own place within the broader world. So if you want to spend hours and hours decorating your house, I have good news for you. If you want to go mining ore and building weapons and armor and everything else, there's stuff for you to do there. And there's just a lot more to do in the world of No Rest for the Wicked than just fighting monsters. Ultimately, based on the time that I've spent with the game so far and general reactions from others who are engaging with this early access of No Rest for the Wicked, Moon Studios has created something really special here with extremely engaging combat and in-depth mechanics ranging from home buying to weaving to fishing to everything else in between, with fantastic aesthetics, music, and a great core narrative, at least the initial chapter. There is a lot to be very excited about with No Rest for the Wicked. So if you haven't already, pick up the early access for this game and see what everyone is talking about.